There you go. Sometimes you can't hear myself, you know? There you go. Hmm? There you go. Now we're live. Yay. What up, Ferric? How are you? Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been back, but I'm here. You know. It's been a wild couple of weeks, wild month, and it'll continue to be wild. But how are you? I've been a little off. I didn't even. I've been good. It's just stress and anxious, anxiety-ish, I guess, but in a good way because we're moving. So, moving has become very like a front and center kind of thing, you know. And so it has taken all of my mental energy for the most part. But we're here, you know. I figured might as well do one stream before we go. Moving's stressful, man. Moving is definitely a stressful thing. My hands look extremely, yeah, absolutely, extremely pale. All right, hey, more color. Now I don't look like paper, you know. My hands were like paper before, and that's kind of what I look like. So that's like the regular version of my skin. But you know, it happens. I'm just gonna do a quick set of like warm up poses, if you will. You know, I haven't been much into practice lately, but again, because of moving and whatnot. And it's been a while, you know. It was a stressful couple of days there for a while, for a second. Or a couple of days, like more than a week, you know, a couple of weeks. Not necessarily stressful, it's just more anxious, but you know, I'm just kind of like butchering this post because it's the first one of the morning, you know, first one of the day, kind of like the first one of the weekend. I haven't been drawing this whole week, you know, like I said, so this is gonna be a very rough warm-up kind of session, and then we're gonna go do Spider-Man. Miles Morales. That's a bad warm-up, but again, it's the first one of the morning, so I'm not gonna complain about it. But it's gonna be more like a quick warm-up session. Usually take about an hour, but now we're just gonna do a little quick ones just to get the hand moving. And yeah, because you know, we need to kind of warm up. At least I need to kind of warm up. Like I haven't practiced in such a long time. I mean, like a couple of weeks. It feels like a long, long time. You know, like if a month had passed by, but it's only been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But it feels like forever for me if I go this long without drawing. But you know, again, peace of mind was not an option lately, so. Okay, welcome back. If I have like too much shit going on in my head, I usually get like I mean, kind of like stuck in my own ways, and not my ways, but I'm in my head, and then I don't do much progress because I'm trying to like solve shit in my head that I can't, you know. It's like it's in the real world. But how you been though, Ferric? I've seen your little like, I don't know, like taggy thingy. So I think that you've been doing like with the bracelets and whatnot. They look awesome, man. I'm a fan. I am a fan. And so we're just doing quick warm up so I can then draw Miles Morales, which was supposed to be like the last week's prompt for Battle of the Sketches, but again, I've been just like off, and I haven't kept up with Battle of the Sketches, which I did. Who did I do? Skeletor. Yeah, Skeletor. I did Skeletor. I don't know where he is, but I did Skeletor at some point. I probably packed him away. I did Skeletor, and that was my submission for the Battle of the Sketches for last week. I mean, the week before, but it was also late. This past week was supposed to be Miles Morales, but again, late. So I'm doing Miles Morales now because I didn't want to do Mondoodles today. Once I'm settled in a new place, I'll be like, hey, because I don't have anything else to worry about at that point, you know. I can just make content, which I want to a lot. Hello, Shredder, welcome back. Hey kids, it's Taylor's birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Taylor Swift. No, man, we can't listen to this one. It's like cop. Well, thank you for streaming and making stuff. I've been thinking of renting a booth to sell at an upcoming con. You know what? Yes, why not? Where we're moving, they have like kind of like a weekly farmers market, but you can sell anything there you want. So I'm gonna try to sell some of the my art in that market. You know, see if people like look at my shit. You know. How you been, Extrato? Welcome back. Thanks for coming by. Right? Who knows? Maybe somebody sees my drawings at the farmers market and they're like, "Oh shit, this is kind of hot. Let me get some." You know. And she's all silent about it, which means she has something scary up her sleeves. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully it's something scary but like exciting, you know, not like scary, like Scary Spice. Right? Was Scary Spice really scary? Was Scary Spice? I don't know. But yeah, so we're gonna do a couple of more, and then we're just gonna do Spider-Man, because I already have him. Like, I did this stuff, you know. I did. What? There you go. I did like the thing, you know, the thumbnail, you know? And I was doing like warm-ups that day that I did the thumbnail. So I'm gonna do this one. It looks like something that a lot of people have done, but I like the pose, so I was like, fuck it, let me do that, because I had other ones here, you know. I wanted to do like a punch before, but I was like, nah. So I did this one. Because if I did a punch, I would have to draw somebody who's punching, and I don't want to draw two people at the same time, you know? It's kind of like a shield's time, not extra work time. But yeah, man. Good luck on the con, man. Definitely go and sell your wares at the con, Ferric. I feel like your stuff is pretty damn cool. So people will be like, oh, word, I want one of those. Go for it, man. Go for it. And like I said, we're gonna do a couple of more and then that's it. Move on to the Spiderman. Also, I've been like doing more yoga like on the daily, and yoga is tiring, man. Sometimes I'm like, ugh. I mean, I'm doing the same routine for this month. I usually stick with one routine for a month and then do another one. And this one that I'm doing now, they're like simple routines. They're not like, you know, I'm not a yogi expert or something like that. But I'm doing downward facing dog for a long time. Your arms get like, you know, they feel it. So in the beginning I was like, ugh. And now it's like, all right, I can kind of keep myself up without being as tired after like 2 weeks of doing the same thing. But I like yoga. It's a good time. You get to chill for a bit because it's relaxing too, you know, kind of like you have to move with your breath and whatnot. Oh man, this girl, she's pretty, but I'm doing this all wrong. Sorry, ma'am. Every time I try to draw like a good-looking person, and I like butcher their drawing, I'm like, oh man, I'm so sorry. So like, good-looking women, handsome man, I'm always like, I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, but you guys, you know, I'm limited. But it's cool because even though I'm like still learning, I'm like way better than I was before. I was looking at games. I have been looking at games. I was looking at art that I had done like about 4 years ago, and man, I was not good. Like not good. I was like, yo. Like even this one that's very shitty right now has a lot better like proportions than my other drawings in the beginning, which is kind of like good, you know. I was like, I've improved enough, or I've improved enough to be noticeable, but still need more. But you know, only one way to get better, through repetition. That's like an easy thing to learn, but hard to accept for some people, I guess, because my friend doesn't do stuff repetitiously, and then it's like, oh man, but I want to do blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, but you know, you gotta put in the time, you know. And just do it over and over again, you know. And I get it though, because sometimes in the beginning it just feels like even though you're doing the same shit over and over again, you don't do any progress. So sometimes it's kind of easy for you to give up, but you know, don't. just don't give up. That's my advice. Don't. Because you know, you don't know how close you are, and if you quit, it's like, oh man, if only I had done it X number of times more. You know? Sure. I'm sorry, ma'am. Again, I ruined your body shape. Did you saw something about it? Oh yeah, right. Tay. My sister was listening to Tay the other day. And I was like, huh, I recognize a lot more of her songs than I thought I would, you know? Right, we'll do like two more posts so we can start. We've already gotten the cobwebs out of my hand, you know? And now it's kind of like the lubricating. If it was like an engine, so you know, have lubrication, I feel like the lubricating agent by now it's been like circled around the system for a while, you know? So we're like good, nice and gravy. Also, of course, I've been playing Halo Infinite because I love Halo. happy with the campaign, upset with the launch of the game, you know? And so much stuff was cut. And I get it, you know, COVID and, you know, working from home for developers and whatnot. Understandable. 23:26, I'm still awake. You know, Shredder, because I feel like you're a person that's always full of energy. Like, you know, like, it just comes through even on your text, you know? Like, you typing, I'm like, yes. Shredder, energy to 11. You know, so I don't find it a surprise that you're awake at such a late time. But we'll get to Spider-Man soon, so you'll see hopefully something fun. Sure. All right, let's do just Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Tired? Oxtrado, then why are you up? Alright, let's do Spider-Man. Oh man, see, it warped. Why? Because I forgot to take it out of the laptop. So I had it on top of my laptop and it gets hot, obviously, so the heat warped the paper. And I spent my night making a bird cage. What? What? Explain. How do you get to having to make a bird cage so late at night? Or so late during the day? Explain. Here's how not all there I've been, right? I had a whole board with like nothing but like Miles Morales references and posters and whatnot, and I always save my boards, but this time I didn't. Well, there's a couple of times before, but still, more often than not I save my boards this time. Not so making, more like turning something into a bird cage. That's still making, you're just repurposing it, so it works. Let's look up Miles Morales. I mean, I already have the post here, but I need to just look at Miles Morales. This program that, you know, should have like a recover mode for the last board that you had, because that would be helpful. You know, like in Photoshop, you can do recover of like the last one that you had. So that's what I want. Hold on. No, I have it. Because I like the Miles Morales wears like shorts and sneakers with his suit underneath, and you still see the suit and the shorts and sneakers. I like that. Okay. Okay, now we have some Miles Morales. Alright. Okay, so we have the hand somewhere here. We have the face somewhere here. We have the knee here. We have the other knee over here. And with this foot, a foot over here. And then hand over here. And then arm. And then arm. Alright. Because budgies, they need more width than height, and all bird cages in the pet shop are tall. I bought a doggo travel cage and weaving wire to make the gap smaller. What? That is a good idea, and yes, you're right, they are all very narrow. Very thoughtful of you though. And good idea, because doggy cages are huge. They are most definitely huge. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Hopefully we can make this Miles Morales, you know? The hat, damn it, man. Hold on. One more search, because I know exactly what I want. Or exactly what I searched last time. Because I need to see that post again. your body hurt. Sometimes it happens when you lift too much or you strain yourself too much. Now I can't find the pose I want with the same terminology I wanted. Oh my god, come on. Oh man, come on. Where is this pose? Can't find the pose. Give me one thing, guys. Oh my goodness. Damn it, man. You know what slows down Pinterest? The damn ads. I mean, of course it slows down this Pinterest, but like now Pinterest found a way to like show ads even when I block ads. You know? Alright, screw it. It's just gonna have to like, I'm gonna have to fill in the blanks on my own, you know, from what I know. Let's see if this works out, you know? Let me see my sketch actually. Alright. Alright. There you go. I like some chip tunes myself, you know. All right, so I feel like we're about to kind of like land where we should be, you know. Just because I feel like I'm getting there shortly. Yep, there you go. You know what kind of throws me off is that the crotch is like over here. Alright. One thing that I had learned about Spider-Man is that usually when you draw Spider-Man, all physics, like physical physics, like real life world physics, go out the window. Because Spider-Man just kind of like contorts his body in this weird ways when he swings. And the same thing goes for Gwen. So when he or she swings, they just, it's like, don't even bother with like, what do you think you know about the real world? Because they don't work in that realm, you know. All right. You just have to accept it as it is. Yeah, this one should be here. Okay. Alright, so. And then we have to put Miles's attire. That way we can definitely tell for sure that it's Miles, you know? So I have to make his hoodie. But the hoodie, what I want to make it is, you know, I have to make it react to the pose. So. Excuse me if you heard my burp, I guess. Alright, so we have like the sweater sleeve, the hoodie here. Okay, so he's wearing shorts. Yep, shorts. So I have to make the shorts here, you know. And I took like when I originally had searched for the poses, the pose was just made like in like a gesture pose, a gesture drawing kind of sort of thing. So all the anatomical details were left out, you know. So I have to kind of like still figure out where shit goes. I'm gonna make him shoot web because this was the thing that it wasn't on the reference. I want to shoot like a web over here, you know. Should we go over here? Yeah, something like that. And here he's letting go of the other. Hello, Iron Strange. Welcome back. Nice to see you. Thanks for welcome back. How are you, my friend? How have you been? How's school? Or how was school? How are your paintings coming along? Have you done any paintings? I'm currently struggling here to draw Miles Morales. So welcome to the fray. No? I kind of feel like we should do like buildings behind it, but I'm not sure, you know. Still struggling with the whole like struggling with the whole perspective thing. All right, let's do sneakers because he wears sneakers, so we gotta draw sneakers. That's the one thing that I didn't account when I decided this pose, is that sneakers are gonna be a thing, you know. So we gotta make sneakers now. In a different kind of way. I'm fine, quite busy actually with college. What about with my friends? Good to be back. Well, hopefully it's a good busy college. I've been busy too. I'm actually moving, so this past month has been a little bit hectic in my end, a little anxiety inducing, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like you know, moving is a stressful thing, especially when it's like we're moving out of state, you know. So that's kind of like taking a toll on my psyche, if you will, you know. So, and I'm glad to be back here drawing, you know, because drawing kind of makes me calm. But sometimes it's just like, oh, can't, you know, you just can't. You can't do it. At least I can't, you know. But we're back, so we did not admit defeat, you know. Yeah, I mean, I'm in New Jersey, across from New York City, but we're not gonna be here anymore. Yep. But I've been like recording stuff here because I want to make like a video to like I guess for you guys to see where I've been and where I went to at the time. Well, when the video comes out, I'll be there already, so it's from where I've been to where I am when the video comes out. That way you guys can see, and then that's gonna be like the start of this like reboot, if you will, of me. And yeah, it should be fun. Now I can't find my damn lead. I put away a lot of stuff. yeah, moving away. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm just very much not all there. If I ask, what were you doing today? Oh, we're doing Miles Morales. We're not doing Mandoodle today because I wanted to have like a chill time. Not that I don't chill with Mandoodle, but Mandoodle is more like a rapid fire kind of thing. I figured I'll do Miles Morales, who I had to have drawn for last week in Battle of the Sketches. But I figure, you know, I still want to draw him, so why not today? So we just sketched Miles right now. And now I'm going to do some more detailing before we go and apply like the first inks, you know, the very thin ink part. Have you done any like cool new paintings, Range? I mean, all your paintings are phenomenal and cool. So my question would be, have you done anything recently? You know? There you go. Because I had forgotten this part of the hand on the sketch, you know. Excuse me. But now we got it, you know, we got it and we're good. Nice, by the way. Excited for the new home. No Way Home Roulette. Yeah, man. Super hyped for No Way Home. Absolutely. Also, I gave this Miles Morales organic webbing because I am not a fan of the cartridge webbing thing. Because there's no way you can justify to me that your cartridge lasts for however long you're swinging for, you know? So I don't like it. I don't like, it never made sense to me, the whole like cartridge shit, you know? If you're gonna be a Spider-Man, it makes sense that you have like webbing coming out of your stuff because you're a spider person, you know? So that's why I like the organic webbing. You know? It just makes more sense to me that you would have a way to make webbing. And you're swinging around New York City, man. Come on, you know? It's not like you have enough in one cartridge, and you never see Peter Parker or Miles Morales change their cartridge. So am I supposed to buy the fact that you should like, alright, do it every time, but every time you do it, we don't see you? Nah. Never sit well with me, you know? The perfect machine. Sometimes, yeah, Sam Raimi's movies, you know, they had their time. I prefer the newer one, the more contemporary Spider-Mans in general. But, you know, organic spider webs is what my thing. My jam. You know what? This looks a lot better than I thought it would. A lot better. I feel like Spider-Man, Venom, and Spawn should be friends. Just because, you know... Wait. Oh, they're just round. They're not. Yeah, okay. Machine. Alright. So this one's not too bad though, you know? Not too bad yet. There's a lot of room for me to not pull it off, but so far it looks like I knows what I'm doing. Like I know what I'm doing, you know? Like if you showed me this drawing, or like if I had recorded myself right and I watched this process, like yeah, that dude knows what they're doing, you know? But in reality, I have no clue, you know? Like with this whole like sweater thing, I don't know if it makes sense the way I'm doing it, but you know, it looks good to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, let me put the hoodie on because the hoodie is the one that makes it Miles, you know? When he's dressed like Spider-Man, because when he's not dressed as Spider-Man, you can tell, you know, who Miles is, but when you're drawing Miles Morales as Spider-Man, aside from the Miles Morales like logo that we can't see here, there's no other way to tell there's Miles, you know? You know? He looks kind of mileish-y. Right? Yeah. Now we need to make the sneakers. So he's wearing Nikes. I'm like Air Force looking Nikes. I don't know. I'm not good at it. I don't know about timing. Gotta go. I'll try to stay in touch. 3DB. Have a lovely day or night. Iron Knight. Strange. I'm Strange. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you could stop by. Right. Alright, let's do this. Sneaker. Yeah, I have to make the sneaker laces untied. Looks cool. And it seems like that's how he wears it, all untied, so we'll give him the untied laces. You know? Same thing here. But this part right here doesn't make any sense, this knee. Or does it? I don't know. I feel like it doesn't, but it kind of does at the same time. Sure, better. You know, sometimes it's like, alright, whatever. But sometimes you think that it doesn't work, but then it actually works, and then you spend more time trying to make it work because you think it doesn't work. You know? But it totes my goats works, and you're like, oh shoot, it tote my goats worked, and I didn't know. And you're like, yeah, I tried to tell you it tote my goat worked. Alright, so 3DDB. Yes, we need to have the 4. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just a spray here. And then that. Okay, cool. Trying to figure out how to do the Miles Morales logo thing, you know? And then here also, right? He has the webbing on the calf, if it were like socks, like knee-high socks. Alright, so let me just look up one more reference for the Spider-Man webbing. Because we need to see Spider-Man webbing. There's a specific webbing that I want to do. But I need a referencia for it. Art. Why are you so slow? I need to fix this. Well, not fix it, I need to actually complete it, but I need that reference. I need it. I'm like a junkie of references. I'm a reference junkie. Excuse me. Okay, let's see. What? Feel it, I can feel it. I was muted all this time, I didn't know. My bad. Right. So we're gonna have to do this right here. Yep, that one line was good. Second line was good. And now we have to do these little circulitos, you know, circulitos that make it seem like it had something going on, you know? You just gotta break it up a little bit, you know? And just kind of like throw here. There you go. There. And this one over here was already done. So this one's gonna have little knots and like little, you know, kind of like wiggly wiggly like this. Cause it's just, oh man, get out of here. Get out of here with that. You know? Alright, and we should definitely do something with the background though, like, right? We like put like seeming like, I don't know. I don't know. Should we no, no. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. Let's start by fixing, no, we're finishing this part right here. Foop, foop, foop. Right, foop, foop, sure. Either way, we're gonna ink it in a bit, you know? So I want to make sure that everything looks nice. Right. The absence of those webbings makes it so much not Spider-Man. Sure, buddy. For some reason, it reminded me of like Rob Zombie. Alright, sure. We got the other hoodie thingy. Alright. Wait, Miles, are you wearing? Yeah, you're wearing. So we have to make the damn fingies. Damn it, fingies. That's one thing I don't like about Spider-Man, man. So many damn lines that we have to do, you know? Yeah, the thumb. Alright. Sure. I think he definitely only has the webbing on the bottom of his like Spider-Man onesie, you know? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Alright, shall we ink it real quick so then we can color it? Yeah, let's do it. What is this? PNR. I don't know, PN? What is PN? Interesting. Don't want it. What is this? 01? Don't want it. Where's my 005? Because 003 doesn't work. I mean, it works, but it's just so thin. It's too thin. Sometimes it's not big enough to let, like it's too thin and then it doesn't produce lines properly. Where is it? Let's see, 003. Alright. Yeah, let me fix this. So hold on. Well, not fix it, but like actually make sense of the hoodie internals and actually this part right here too. Like I forgot to give it an edge, you know? Not like edgy, but like an edge in there. Alright. Let's see if the 003 comes around. I don't know, it looks very, very thin. What happens is sometimes when I'm going over the actual line with this, the graphite is already too soft for the ink on the liner to actually be applied to the paper, you know? Because it's such a thin nib that it needs a lot more friction than you would expect for a nib this size, you know? Oh my god. Can't, sorry. 05, I mean. Well, 005 was the smallest I used to have before. And then Micron came out with a 003. I was like, what? But let me try to use that. And it's not, I mean, it's good for details if you already are doing detail, but you definitely have to have a paper with some tooth. So like a hot press. Is it hot press or cold press? Hot press. Cold press, yeah. I always forget. But the point is that it has to have more texture. If you have a paper with a bit more texture, the 003 works better. No, I like saxophones, but this one does not sound great. Not the saxophone, shows like the combination of it. With what should be like synthwave, no thanks. Alright. I'm trying to stylize this webbing like from the get-go. I like having multiple strands for my webbing, you know. There you go. There you go. I mean, so far it looks okay, you know. What better is that? I'm not gonna find anything wrong until I finish. I'm like, oh man, I should have done this. Fudge, you know. That's usually the case. I usually end up noticing stuff I shouldn't and should have done. But hindsight is always 20/20, you know. So you can't necessarily go by it. Excuse me. I appreciate this track right now because it sounds like a game. Hello, Aram Does Art. Aram Does Art. How are you, Aram? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I'm drawing Miles Morales right now. Just to have fun, you know, like a little relaxed illustration day, you know? Nothing too hard. Just wanted to have fun and chill with you guys, you know? I figured a chill stream would be better today then. Not that other streams are not. I would have loved to join you, but I am at a wedding. Oh no! Well, yay! Weddings are fun, usually. And you're joining me regardless, you know, because you're here with us. So, thanks for being here. Welcome, welcome. How's the wedding coming along? Did you already have? Well, you're not at the reception yet, right? I was gonna ask how's the food, you know. That's like the one thing that you know I'm always curious. The food. Oh no, I did it wrong. I'll try to fix it. Doesn't matter. We'll try to fix it. My cousin's Camila wedding was fun. I had a blast. I hope that when I have a wedding, it's also fun. But Miles Morales is coming out okay. Like it could be better, I guess. But everything could be better, you know. And given that we barely had any warm up today, it's not a bad Spider-Man, you know. I feel like it's a good return to the drawing world, you know, because I haven't drawn in a while. So I could have done bad. I could have done bad, but I did okay, you know. And I'll take okay. Can't wait to clean this up though. Just to see how it looks with all the clean lines, you know. But so far I definitely feel like I've done a decent job at drawing Spider-Man, you know. Spider-Man can be tricky sometimes because of how flexible he is, you know. And all these damn details, man, like the webbing, that's kind of hard, you know. Here we go, we need to do this one. There you go. Should we see it? No. But I need to make this line here and this line here. This line here. It's not just throwing the webs, man. The webs are the ones that like screwed me up, because if you do webs for Spider-Man and then it doesn't look right, it just looks like a weird outfit, you know. And I always like lose what the direction is supposed to be in the chest compared to, and I mean like the little like curves here. These little curves, sometimes they change, you know. It depends on where the curvature goes. Sometimes I'll do it upside down and I'm not even aware that I did it upside down until later. There you go. It looks spidery enough. Let me see if I can bring you guys down. There you go. Bring you guys down to the level of the drawing, or closer to it, you know. All right, let's see if we can make sense of this sneaker. Because without any ink, it kind of made sense, because, you know, sketches have a lot of like energy and like a lot of markings that you put, so you can kind of like let your mind make up the details. But then when you do the inking part of it, and the lines are so defined, you know, you kind of have to make sure that you have all your details in place, you know. You know. If you know, you know, you know. No, I always, like I said before, I stress over like shoes because of Bernard Chang, man. Bernard Chang is in my head every time I draw footwear. Because he said, you know, like usually heroes, they just are wearing onesies. They're not wearing actual footwear. So he makes it a point to actually draw the sneakers, because he actually likes sneakers. So when he has drawn like, because he's drawn like X-Men, Batman and whatnot, you know. He's worked for Marvel and DC. Right now he's drawing, or he drew already, Children of the Atom. And that's the one that he was doing last time that I knew about it. Great dude, though. I learned a lot from just listening to his streams. Mm-hmm. No, whatever. Oh no, the damn thing's here. And I ruined the thumb, but who cares, you know? There you go. Oh yeah. Ah, boy. I don't know if I'm doing the right curvature for the hands or not. No, it was the other way around. Other way around. See, we had lost it. There you go. Okay. That kind of worked out fine, I think. I did this finger so thin, but it's okay. You know? It's okay. I'm just trying to make sense of like the webbing in this hand. And sometimes that's a hard thing, you know? Sure. And this hand is close enough that you can't be too loose with the lines because you can see details, you know? But the question is always like, who's gonna notice, you know? And sometimes not many people notice, and you just, as an artist, like, like get stuck into like, oh man, but this is not good. But people are like, no man, I didn't know. I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice. And I realized that was the thing, like, well into my artistic endeavor, you know? I would meet like other artists, and I'm like, nah man, that looks good. So I was like, what? Sometimes I was like, maybe you should be nice, you know? But then it just kept on happening more often than not. I was like, oh, so definitely nobody really notices every mistake that you notice, you know? And then those people that do notice that mistake, they're like, ah, yeah, I get it, you know? So I try not to stress over my shit too much, but sometimes I stress over it anyways. Alright, now. Oh, wait. We forgot some lines here and there, you know? Food. Alright. There you go. And Miles Morales is all inked. At least preliminary inks, you know? You know? Yeah. I noticed how much I smudged my paper. It was like full of like graphite And I can tell here when I erased, you can see the dark areas of the paper because they were smudged with the graphite, you know, the lead. All right. Okay. Now we have Spiderman. Looking kind of fly, looking kind of sexy, you know. Looking a little bit like he knows what he's doing, or looking a little bit like I knew what I was doing, but I still didn't know till the very end. Even in the end, I didn't know. I was just kind of like winging it, you know. Let me get pencils. Pencils, yeah. We're gonna use regular color pencils, whether regular as in like they're dry, because I usually use, well, they're all dry, but I usually use watercolor pencils or ink pencils that are also activated with water. But now we're gonna use just some wax color pencils to color our friend here, and then we're gonna use maybe some watercolor pencil in the background, just kind of like make it easier. But him, I mean, should I do everything watercolor pencil? Maybe I should do watercolor pencil, or ink pencil. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. There's a spider on one of the tints. So like this tint, see, they have a snake, and then this one has a spider. But you know. I'm gonna go with these just because it'll be easier to cover the paper, you know. Because pencils, I do like using pencils, but they do take a lot more time, and I want to see this done like today. Because color pencils takes let me tell you. In one color pencil piece, you can easily spend 30 hours, easily. Not even like surprising. You know? Is this your ass? It is your ass. We need some like chili pepper red, yeah. I need some of this green. Charcoal gray. Where are you? Charcoal gray. Charcoal gray. What is this? Indigo blue? Yeah, deep indigo. We don't need blue. Indigo blue now. And alright, so we have. Do we need ink black maybe? Oh man, it sounds good, but it's like Star Wars, and I can tell Star Wars, and even though it's like a cover of sorts, I'd rather not. Okay, you're gonna play or not? What the hell? It was a silent intro, that's why. Okay, what else do we need? What is this? Outliner. Do I need poppy red? No. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna need some purple and some blue. Just for like a pop up in the background. You can see the red, right? Red. It should be green in the back. Now we'll make it work. Alright. White, just in case. Do I need poppy red maybe? No, poppy red is too bright. So I believe that's all, folks. Okay, cool. Let's see. Alright. So we're gonna first start with this sweater. Because I have like he wears a sweater and a jacket together. I just gave him a sweater, that's it. Like it's supposed to be like a sweater and a jacket. I just gave him a sweater. No jacket. It's not that cold, dude. There's like a red sweater then. Yeah, I didn't know. See, think I didn't look at it. He has two things on. Maybe we can fix it. Hold on. Maybe we could fix it and kind of make some lines that are gonna help us have two things here. No, I can't. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have to like improvise here now. We're just gonna give her our own like hoodie attire. Still gonna be a green color. Hold on. Miles Morales. Miles. Miles Morales. The morals of Miles. Okay, nobody has a hoodie on, damn it, man. No Miles Morales picture has a hoodie. I put Miles Morales comics and nothing. I put Miles Morales randomly and then hoodie. What is this? What's going on? Yeah, see, I didn't give him the red and green, man. I are upset. You think I can still get away with giving him like just red hoodie and then green inside, and just call it a day? Maybe people don't notice that the hoodie maybe it's not. I don't know. Yeah, he layers, man. Why does he layer? Why does he have to layer? All right, whatever. We're still gonna make it look like if he had 2 layers. All right, that's it. The direction of your coloring with these pencils, they don't necessarily matter if you don't use too much pressure, because then the water is just gonna like make it all even anyway. So that's why I'm not doing so much of a... I'm not being so precious with my application of the color. I honestly thought that he was just wearing one hoodie, you know, like, or a jacket with a hoodie. Not that he was layering a hoodie and a jacket. And yes, I've played the game, but no, I did not notice that. You know? Is that the only green we have? Is that the only other green we have? Yeah. Yeah. Gross. Alright. Maybe this one. Maybe we'll get Bart. Just why not? Only because we need to kind of like give it like a shadowy, you know? I just jumped in with this color. I didn't even like think about it, or you know what? Just let go. Ah, gross again. Not that it's gross, you know. I feel like the song is great. I'm just being overly exaggerated about things, you know. I just didn't want to have vocals playing. What if we put like a little bit of brown? I feel like a little bit of brown to like kind of even it out. Yeah. You know? And then let's put churras. Yeah, like churras, right? Churras. No, chili pepper. Chili red, not chili pepper. Imagine coloring with chili peppers. Is that even a thing? Can you color with chili peppers, you know? Another one. Alright, so his gloves though are like white and black. I mean, red and black, red and black. Right, the fingies are red and then the thing is black. Yeah. So these are red here. Up to the fingies. Well, to the knuckles. From the knuckles to the... Is the thumb also? Yes. I am Phoenix. Yes, so only the tips. Feel like this lyrics are not that bad. I still don't want to listen to them, but those vocals are not that bad. Yeah, it's like webbing is red. I can make the webbing red, that's fine. No, not all the webbing is red. Sometimes it's just black. And white, yeah. Alright. The evil of the thriller. Alright, there you go. No, man. We can't. I like the song. Maybe would like the cover, but it's too close to being the thing. So then what if like it gets triggered by DMCA stuff, you know? Anybody got time for that? Yeah, totally didn't do his sneakers correctly. But who cares, you know? Alright. I'm gonna give him like some blue jeans shorts. Is that what it is? I don't know. Is these supposed to be like green? Oh, hold on. You know what? Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw in a little bit of blue on here. Yeah. Bamo. Bro, what's with the vocals, man? Can we have like back to no vocal music? Nope, apparently not. Yeah, I'm not against vocals, but sometimes you just want to have music, you know? Like, why can't I have just music, you know? Synth wavy music rather than vocalized synth wavy. Muke, hello, how are you? So nice to see you. Welcome back, my friend. Yeah, we're doing Spider-Man Miles Morales. So, you know, why not? You're okay? Yay. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you came by. Say hi. Glad you're doing okay. Hopefully you get to be doing great. I watched the anime movie. Didn't play it, but I watched the anime movie. It was great. Yeah, no, the Into the Spider-Verse is a really good movie. Is that the one you watched? It is a very fun movie though. I haven't watched No Way Home yet, obviously, because they're not out yet, but and the game is good. I haven't finished it. The game is really good. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. How's your week? Or how was your weekend actually? How was your day? I'm really happy you came by. That's true. Well, I want to play Spider-Man, not Miles Morales before it, but it didn't get into sale for €25 for quite some time. The first one is really good. Yes, I totally understand. However, you don't need to know what happened in the first one. Like, I feel it stands on its own. I play both, but you know, if so for some reason you couldn't play both, you wouldn't be missing out too much as far as like continuing of the story. But the game is great though. Part 1, great. I enjoyed it a lot. What do you mean? Say that you don't need it? Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. Oh, sometimes the only reason why I'm saying it is because the story doesn't like it acknowledges the first one because it tells you, you know, it should happen. But it has this an independent like narrative. That's what I mean. I mean, not that you wouldn't get more out of it by playing the first one, but you'll see. Monster Hunter Stories 2, yeah, right. Well, that one, they're different games, though, aren't they? I never played 1. I only played part 2. Part 2 was good. Part 2 was fun in a bun. But I'm with you though. Like every time there's like a prior game to it, I still play it. Like I don't. I like to be well informed, you know. It's just a matter of telling you like you don't have to worry if you can't, you know. Because sometimes people get like really bummed because they can't play one of the games. Capcom is too lazy to port the first game to Switch and say it's not needed. Played the demo of 2 and it was awesome, but they already talk about incidents and persons from the first one. I just feel I missed something in the demo already, so no. Need further. Oh yeah, try. I really hope they change their mind and bring Monster Hunter Stories 1 to Switch. That'd be awesome because I never got to play it, so I would definitely enjoy it. But yeah, no, I get you. I get you. I totally get you. Like I said, I still always go for every game in the series if I have to. But sometimes I feel like if you can get away with not playing it, you know. Alright, what do we do? What are we doing? I don't even know what I'm doing now anymore. Me too, because I don't want to play a mobile device. Me either. It is HD or they're ready. They just need to map the buttons and bring it to Switch. They don't need to change anything. You know what? Sometimes I don't understand that. Like when it's true though. Sometimes companies they have like the perfect port already, and yet they still don't want to do it. It's like, bro, but like it's there. Like, why don't you use it? You know, like okay, this is not a it's a port. So the game Star Wars, Rogue Squadron on the GameCube. Factor 5 developed an actual port for the game to this to the Wii, and they never released it. And I'm like, why not? You know. It's like you already have the game there. Just let me have it, you know? I'm trying to make these like khaki shorts. We'll see if it works. Otherwise, because bring successors on other platforms, right? They should bring the whole to the platform. Otherwise, just have to. That's what. Yeah, that in one of the games that does that, and it pisses me off that it did that. Not pissing me off, but I'm like, it's Metroid Dread. Because Metroid Dread, they never brought Metroid Samus Return to the Switch. They released it on the 3DS on when the 3DS was already on the way out. So now you can't play that game outside of the 3DS. But like nobody plays the 3DS anymore. So why not port that over to the Switch, you know? You don't even have to like do anything to it. So I totally understand, man. Like I have a 3DS, but I don't have Metroid Samus Return on it. And I'm not gonna buy it because I don't play my 3DS anymore. And I want to play it on the Switch because the Switch looks better, you know? Bigger screen. I swear, sometimes companies don't know better. They just think they know better, but they don't. They really don't. Sure, they have market researchers and whatnot, but yet sometimes still, it's like, why? Why did you not do this? You know? Like when Nintendo released Star Fox Zero, right? Nintendo's thing is always their excuse. I don't even think it's true. It's just an excuse to when they fuck up. It's like, oh, they don't want to like remake or like make another entry to a series if it doesn't have something new to bring to the table, right? But Mario's still the same thing more or less. It has like a new mechanic here and there, but it doesn't change what it is. Smash Brothers doesn't change what it is. But then that's why they don't make another F-Zero or another Star Fox because they don't want to just do the same thing again. It has a whole series of games before it and story builds on them, but who the hell, if not, I guess to play the old ones. Yep, that's why my gripe with them is like, you have all these games that are reliant on past stories, but you don't make it easy for people to play them. And then when people to play them via emulation, then you get mad. They're like, bro, if you don't want people to use emulators, then give us the damn games, man. Like, people will buy the game if it's easily available, you know? That's how Netflix became so popular, because Netflix started streaming what was the most highly pirated stuff. So people were pirating a movie in droves. Netflix tried to make it so that they can stream it, and that it helped. A lot of people stopped pirating when things became available on Netflix, you know? So if games were readily available, I don't think that people would be so keen on emulation, you know? That's why I like emulation. It lets me play games that are no longer around. Most Nintendo games don't have a story. You really don't need to know the others. Really like your picture, by the way. It was awesome and all. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, Nintendo games, yeah, they don't have stories. Much of them. It's just gameplay. But even then, Nintendo doesn't want to make stuff, you know? There's no other reason why I'd rather play on emulation than from, for example, Nintendo Online Service. Oh yeah, no. And no, the Nintendo Online Service is a joke, man. Nintendo Online Service is a joke. You know? Another reason? Language fan patches. Yes. Absolutely. Like my brother especially, he used it a lot when we were kids, and he played like Bahamut Lagoon and stuff like that, like RPGs that wouldn't make it to the States, but they had fan-made language patch, and you know, you can play Bahamut Lagoon in English with a non-official what should I call it? Non-official patch, you know? So many games I could never play because I don't speak Japanese. Yes, what's totally 100% agree with that, Miyuki. Like I played games based on the anime Tenchi Muyo because of the patches that they had for English, because those games never came out of Japanese, out of Japan. So if you wanted to play Tenchi Muyo, you either knew Japanese or patched it to be able to read it, you know? That's what I did anyway. I just patched Tenchi Muyo. And it was beautiful. Do I remember much of it now? Absolutely not. But during the time that I played it, I was having a blast. You know? Absolutely. I need water to what this. Give me 1 second. Thank you. I was muted. But yeah, no, I was reading what you were saying. That yeah, it's true. You do learn stuff from games. I mean, I had to learn English whether I wanted to or not because I moved to the United States, right? From Chile. So I had to learn English. But through gaming, you do learn a lot. And you get better, like, reading comprehension if you played a lot of RPGs, because I played a lot of RPGs as a kid. So there was a lot of reading to do. If it happens for you to after break, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that you understand. Oh shit. Yeah, I was using the wrong one. See, this song is gonna have vocals, but I like the vocals. I'm already used to it. When I first talked to someone not speaking German via TeamSpeak in an online RPG when I was 14 or so, I was totally lost. Oh no, yeah. English is a weird language, man. It's such a weird amalgamation. Like, it has so many words from so many different languages. Things don't sound as they look, you know. And so it's definitely like a pain to learn. Nice. I thought my English was good in writing, but I never listened or talked before. But that's good because you learned it through writing. So you, like, when I learned some words through writing, I don't know exactly the pronunciation because I read it on my own, you know. Well, all right, let's see where we're at. Yeah, I used to play like solo RPGs like Final Fantasy 7, stuff like that, you know. We might be able to get away with just one pass, I think. Yeah, this is coming out nice. I'm not gonna do a background. I just wanted to draw something today to have fun, and I haven't been on streaming it in a couple of weeks, so I missed it, you know. So that's why I figured I'll do something easy, so you can have a good time, just chill, chat about games now, you know. What was your guild in which game? In which game was your guild in? What did you guys play? I used to run a guild in Final Fantasy 11. It was fun, but man, was it a lot of work. Running a guild, like you being the guild leader, is like having a job in the game, because you become essentially like the manager, right? So whenever there was a problem with people, they would come to me. You're like, I don't want to deal with people's complaints, you know. And I think you learn a language this way even better than in school, because in school you learn all the rules, the grammar, etc. But these are things you don't think about when you speak the language. When you learn it just by using for games, chatting, whatever, you learn it naturally. You feel like how it is spoken the right way. Yes, it's true. And you don't have to have such a grammar problems on its own. I was never a good guild leader. I tried. No, I was never a good guild leader either. I did my best, but I wasn't cut out for it. And I had like 60 people in the guild. I was like, oh my god, there's a lot of people. There's way too many of them. You know? But it's true that like learning the language through games is a lot more applicable than learning it in school. Because in school it just teaches you in isolation, like only the technical way that the language works. But in practice, it's not the same. All over, I am more supportive type of character. I'm good at support, even in leading a guild, but I'm not good in leading myself. Yeah, me too. I love playing support characters myself. In Final Fantasy 11, I was a white mage, and EverQuest, I was a druid, and Final Fantasy 14, white mage. But yeah, I like support characters for sure. When done right though, because sometimes support characters, depending on what game, they feel useless sometimes. But if a support character feels like it can make a meaningful contribution, I like it. In FF11, I had my white mage with like this like bone breastplate, so it looked like melee and stuff, but it was a white mage. And even when it came to characters, supportive classes are always my thing. Me too. Someone even told me I was the best priest Ragnarok Online he has ever seen, supporting 14 characters along against over-leveled enemies successfully. Nice! Yeah. No, I love that. I love the management of like keeping people alive, like taking care of like their HP. You have to look it up and see like, right, I'm gonna heal you here, I'm gonna do this now. You have to manage your mana and how fast you want to cast. That's why in Final Fantasy 11 I loved my bard, but I ended up being a bard as well too, you know. I made a bard, but in Final Fantasy 11 bard, they're awesome because you have to like manage distance and songs, and then that is gonna tell what like who has what song. Like I had people buffed with HP, the other people had buffed with like damage or like with defense, depending on like the depending on your role on the party. I would buff you differently, but it all hinged on where I was positioned when I casted the spell, you know, because bards in FF11 it's by area of where they are, so then I would have to run from one end to the other, just so if I wanted to like buff the mages that were here, I would stand behind them, so only the mages would get the mana song. And then if I had to buff the melee people that were here, I would run to the other side, so only they would get the strength song. And I just love that. I love having to run back and forth and understand when one song what needed to be cast, you know, or like haste and stuff like that, you know. And problems came when there was a second priest in the group. He disturbed my rhythm, and when there was trouble, he warped away. What? Les was behind and didn't understand why I yelled at him. Oh my gosh. The party stands and falls with its support. Yeah, it's true. The priest always runs last, and if he dies, then so be it. It's your responsibility. You didn't get it, and I got so frustrated about it. Yeah, no. Being a support character means that you have to make some sacrifices. For sure. Unless you have a good tank. And it depends on the game. I never played Priest in Ragnarok. But like in EverQuest 2, or EverQuest in general, and in Final Fantasy, like a tank could stay behind, and then I would come back and like revive them. So the tank would like take every like the hits so people can get away, you know. And that's what I used to like in there. Like, all right, let's go. So I would stay behind with the tank until you know, I couldn't anymore, and then I would run away, and then the tank would either run away and make it out alive, or the tank would stay there, die, and then I would go back in there and revive them. You know. But in WOE, Guild Wars, it got funny. I was the only priest in the guild. We were a small one. These men, 14 people. Okay, everything is good. But then someone noticed I am the only priest and killed me. Well, finally I saw in the chat all the dying messages of the guild members. Oh no, I just said, yeah, if even one would protect me. Yup. Oh my gosh, I've been there too. Like, they don't worry about you as the healer, but then everybody wants to complain when they don't get healed. I was like, well, bro, then do your job, man. I'm doing my job. Because healers rarely we get any like defensive mechanisms, man. Aside from porting out, you know. But that's like running away, not necessarily your defense. But yeah, healers, we don't get that much. We don't get that many ways to save ourselves. Well, in EverQuest 1, if you were a paladin, you could use Lay Hands, which was a spell, not Lay Hands, Open Wounds. So it would kind of give you like a dot of like bleed, I think, something like that. Point is that Open Wounds would be the only way that a cleric could fight. It's like bloodletting, you know? It was wild. But EverQuest was wild in the sense that you could kind of modify your class and play it in a non-intentional way. So there were people that played their clerics as if they were like doing damage. You know? I hate classes that are strongest when in low HP. There is this inner force to heal. Yes, oh my god. And they're so much harder to keep alive because you have to keep him within that range. So I don't know. I never liked keeping those type of classes alive. Which just became so much more nerve-wracking, like more stressful. You know? It's like I have hard enough time trying to keep you alive in general, but now I have to make sure that I don't give you too much health so you can keep your your damage up, and then I don't know, don't like it. That's a very selfish way of making a class. Because then you as a healer are just always expected to be on that person. And it's like, nah, dude. Nah. I think Dark Knight in F11 had that. Or Samurais. One of the two. I forgot to do that red, but I'll do it after. And the international server of Ragnarok Online made me realize that Germans, are stupid as they can be, are better in tactics than most others. Yeah, I was shocked how chaotic the people on the I acted, not only in guilds wars but also in. Oh yeah, no. Some people, they do lack like basic common logic for gaming in general, regardless of where you're from. But yeah, definitely like the country is not like very into like the type of game, they'll be lacking. Like my brother, he used to like rock being at a raid mage on FF11. Like a lot of the challenges that people had with some like raids with a group, my brother was just doing it by himself, you know. We're mobbing. When I was a priest, always partying up with the real life friends. Our guild leader saw how fast we leveled up and asked if we might come along. Haha, we were happy. And he was a knight, and knights are great tanks, so he could mob the monsters for us, which makes it easy. Yes. Yes. If you have a good tank, you can level up really quick. Or the tank sometimes is good, but they have no good healer. So when they find a good healer, it's like, yes, finally I can do stuff. Because a tank and a healer, they have a very strong relationship, you know. That's why I used to love being the doctor in Team Fortress 2. And just kind of latch onto the big. And then we would just annihilate people, man. I was never that attached to like Mercy on Overwatch. But the doctor on Team Fortress 2, that was my jam. And I went mobbing again, came back with about 40 monsters. Damn. Oh, came back with following by 5 monsters crying for help. We were shocked and laughed our asses off at the same time. And we mobbing again, came back with 40 monsters. Oh my gosh, that's on my, yep, one night. Want to be like, oh my goodness, yes. I mean, sometimes it happens, like you don't know how reliant your healer is gonna be, you know. Especially if you guys don't know each other. Or if it was your friend that knew you guys, then that's different. But still, you know, there's always like that, like, I don't know. What if it end up pulling too many? And EverQuest 1 used to be cool because, you know, there were, I don't know if it's called Train Everywhere else, but we used to call them trains. So when you would be at low level and you had to go back to home and you had to traverse through like a high level place, you could run to the zone and just scream out train to zone, and then people would know that shit was happening and they would go help you so you wouldn't die on the train to zone, you know. This guy, he came out nice. I mean, we're gonna finish a little bit more of it, but I have to wait until it kind of dries a little. Let me stretch though. I need to stretch. Oh my god, yes. Woo. Stretching is good. And then we took him with us anyway, but he was just with us. Couldn't do much. He distracted monsters sometimes from me accidentally, which almost killed us, as I can't heal myself and others. Yeah, but hey, what don't you do for your friends? That's true. That's true. I think these are red too. No, they're black. All right, let's put black. Oh, we'll do it with ink. Where's the ink? I'm gonna use our handy brush pen here to do some stuff like bigger lines and whatnot. Let me get in here. So we're gonna add some heavier lines. I miss playing online RPG, so I would, but I haven't had the time. Like, eventually I want to make time to go back to FF14. But the most awesome thing happening in Ragnarok Online was Gray. He was a friend from this guild from Philippines. One day he asked us to teach him German. Oh, that's awesome. I've tried to have people teach me stuff, but they don't stick around long enough for me to learn. Because I would love to learn German as well. German has always been one of the languages that I've wanted to learn. Sounds cool. And we did, write everything in English and German, explaining when he had questions. That's awesome. I'm telling you, German is definitely one of those languages that I've always wanted to learn. Even when I didn't know how to speak English very well, I still wanted to learn how to speak German. I just find that it sounds cool. I was like, oh, I want to learn how to speak German. Besides me, my friend, and our leader, no one spoke German, by the way. After 2 weeks or so, we asked in guild chat in German if our leader wants to go leveling with us. He had no time, and Gray suddenly wrote in German that he would love to come with along. And our leader was just, since when the hell do you speak German? That's a good surprise, though. A good surprise for sure, you know? Yes, my student. And it's so good to know more than one language, you know? The world becomes a little more fun when you know more than one language. That's why I try to learn Japanese, and I could speak some stuff in Japanese, but nobody around me spoke Japanese, so I lost it rather quickly. Because we had Japanese in school, in college or university, you know. And I took it for 4 semesters, and in class I would talk Japanese, you know. Very, very simple, but I could ask my teacher for stuff, you know. But if you have nobody to talk Japanese with, kind of hard to keep it. Oh man, this knee is so crappy, but whatever. Yeah, had English in school. Yeah. And Japanese alphabet is not that hard to understand. But it does help to know Spanish if you know Japanese, if you want to learn Japanese. If you know Japanese, Spanish, pronunciations in Japanese are a lot easier. Like the vowels sound the same in Spanish and in Japanese. And that makes a lot of difference. Because while in Japanese, and I mean in English you have a, in Spanish is a, and so is in Japanese. I was learning French too, but my parents thought I'm too stupid and learning 2 languages at the time would overwhelm me. While my teacher said I had an over average learning skill and I already loved English and was good in it. But well, parents, what did they know? Nothing. But they decided your way. Yup. And here I am mourning about my parents again. These a in German too, like a. Yeah, because in Japanese a is a. So you have like papi pupe po in Japanese, and in English, I mean in Spanish you have a, e, I, o, u. Hello, Dabiak. How are you? Welcome to the show. We're drawing Miles Morales. We can chill for a bit, you know. I've been out of the streaming world for about 2 weeks, and then I had missed it, and I wanted to do something cool and simple. And since we had to draw Miles Morales for an Instagram kind of like challenge, I figured why not Miles, you know? We're here with Miles Morales. This is impossible. I'm in Russia. Yep. Our vocals are the same as Japanese mostly. Nice. A, O, and U. A, O, U. Are you in Russia? Nice. So maybe like if I know, since I know Spanish, I might be easy to learn German-ish. Do you have characters that when put together have a different sound in German? What I mean by that is that like, I think it's Hebrew, right? If you put CH together is a sound, you know? A Chana. Where am I from? I'm from Chile. From Chile, the Miyuki is in Germany. A, O, and U are like mixes of A, E, O, E, and U, E. Hard to describe without speaking. I can imagine. Do you draw also Dabidak? The channel has pronunciations in has 2 pronunciations in German. Okay, a hard, like you said, and a soft one. Oh, nice. Okay, see, I didn't know that. Yeah, and like I said, in Hebrew, I think it's like I think it's Hebrew, but a CH is because my friend, her name was Hannah, and well, so it's Hannah, but it's a CH, not A. So when I read it the first time, she's like, just call me Hana. And I was like, yeah, but how is CH pronounced? And she's like, oh, and it's with a harder, like, throaty sound. And now I found that very interesting. For a while, I tried learning Swedish. And it was pretty fun. But again, nobody to speak with in Swedish, so I had no way to practice my Swedish. Like with languages, you definitely have to actively practice it, otherwise you lose it. Maybe it could help. Oh, you could follow a Swedish English streamer. Maybe it could help. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I don't know if I would go back to Swedish, you know. At this point, I feel like I should go back to Japanese. To Japanese. Following English-speaking streamers and talk in English when someone English is in my stream help me improving my English a lot. Yeah, but of course you need base for it. But then with from zero has no use in this. Yes, yes, it's true because I've been sometimes in I'll call it Andy's stream, kind of lurking, and then she's speaking German, and since I don't know any German, I'm usually kind of like, what? You know, very lost. I'm like, what did she say? I need to learn the basics of German. One time, one guy that works for the UN, he told me the easier way to learn any of the Japanese or Chinese and stuff like that is to learn Korean. Like once you have Korean down, every other one becomes easier. I don't know how true that is, but that's how his daughter did it. She learned Korean first, and then she was speaking Mandarin, then Japanese. I was like, maybe. You know? Maybe, baby. Your basic basic German loves to use swear words. Simply number one is Schäbe. Schäbe. Alright, I'm gonna have to like look up the pronunciation, but that's good to know. Totally unrelated, but yesterday I was cleaning stuff. I found more ink cartridges for my pen, and I was very happy because that way I don't have to worry about buying new cartridges in a while. Speak it like DC. So you know what? Would Google translate it, you think? Like, do they translate bad words in Google? Or like, not Google translate, but like, does Google pronounce it, you know? because yeah, I think it was um Andy, and she was saying something, and I had to like look, well, play it on Google, and it worked out. I'm not gonna do all details with this pen, but I want to do certain things like his eyes, you know. Yeah, I think it looks good. Yeah, really. Yeah, okay, cool. In English, but it sounds like German. Let me do it. Let me do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Right now. Let's see. Google. SHEIBE. Let's see, pronunciation.
Skirb. Skirb.
Skirb, that's that it? Should to German? I don't, yeah, because I don't know how to do that little B one. Hold on. Let me see. Now I want to know. Now I want to know. Yeah, where the hell? But why can't you like pronounce it for me, man? English to German.
Scheiße.
That one? Scheiße.
Scheiße.
Use the German letter. It's spoken like a sharp Z. S R S. Scheiße. 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 Cool. Is that what it was? Did I do it good? Or did it do it good? Was Google and I correct, you know? Oh man, I messed up here sometime. A little bit because I smudged stuff. Right. One day, Miyuki, one day I'll be like, you know what, Miyuki, I know exactly how to in German. You're like, what? I'm like, yeah. Is Ladybug who I want? Let me see. Let me see. Do I want Ladybug? Yeah, I kind of do. Just so we can add a bit more richness to these colors, you know? I'm not gonna do a background again because I just I want to do something fun, chilling, simple. Just so we can have something to look to, you know? And I like touching up watercolor pencils or ink pencils with regular pencils because I don't have to color as much and they give you a rich taste. I mean, a rich look, you know? Because what takes long for regular color pencils is the layering. And since you're applying it over something that's already been painted, you don't have to do so much layering. It's just a matter of applying enough pressure, you know? There you go. I'm gonna use this. No. Black Widow. No, where's dim gray? Alright, fine. Fan green is me. So now you learn important German. but it's awesome anyway. And less writing. Why? No, writing is good. I mean, you can do a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Fan green, yeah. But thank you. And thanks for being here, Miyuki. I always appreciate you here. Everybody else that's been here, and everybody else that watches this afterwards. You guys are all amazing. It just kind of like brings out more details when you use pencils. I mean, if I had a bigger selection of ink pencils, maybe I could do more details with it, but I only have a small set of them. They're expensive, the ink pencils. They're some of the most expensive pencils I've had to buy. I'm drawing a Christmas picture for someone, but this way I'll never make it in time. Oh my goodness, Miyuki. I haven't drawn anything for anybody in Christmas ever. For birthdays, yeah. But for Christmas, you know, maybe I should one day kind of like do it. About a 32 pack of polychromos this year, but I lack the time. Oh, polychromos are good though. I haven't had them, but every time I look at pencils and they come up, I read about them, and then like my artistic self just drools over them, you know. I drool in art. I'm like, I want them. This vocals don't bother me. Darkening black is kind of weird, you know. Well, only comparison I have is a pack of 12 cheap pencils all together for €2, and I can tell the polychromos are way better. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you go from like cheap pencils to polychromos, whoa, whoa. A 1,000 years. There you go. See, now it's looking better. Alright, this one we have to wait. No, wait, but I have to fix the line here because the line kind of makes it feel like it's going underneath the hoodie, but it's not. There, kind of better. And by polychromos, yeah, man, I want to have some polychromos. I also want to try Caran d'Ache. I never tried a Caran d'Ache pencil set, and everybody that has it like raves about it. This other artist, Sean Chen, he uses them. I think he's him. I may misremember. No, he doesn't have polychromos. He has the watercolor from Caran d'Ache. And he's told me like, oh, you should try them. They're so good. I'm like, that is so expensive. So expensive, you know. And as a starving artist, you know, I don't have enough money for expensive pencils. At least not all the time, you know. What is this? Huntsman? Sure. We'll use Huntsman. This Huntsman is a darker brown than what the main color of the shorts is, but it's a good brown to mix in there. It looks natural, you know. Sometimes you can get away with using the same shade tone for every part. Not solely, because you know, like I put another shade here before the brown, but you can use the same one even if it's not like the right color, you know, because nothing in real life is going to be a perfect mixture of a color, you know. It's always going to have like differences in like shading or like a tertiary color in there because of like where it is. So for that, you know, we use, what is this, what are you, Black Widow? Sure. And now it doesn't look as flat, you know. Hello. Wait, I can't see. Hey Griffin, how are you, man? Welcome back. Me too. But once a year, you should save your money up for and get something awesome. That's true. How are you, man? Hello. Hope you're all fine and well. What a nice Miss Miles Morales. Thank you. Is that for the Battle of the Skids? Yeah, this was for last week. So I couldn't finish it last week, so I did it today. Sometime this week I'm gonna try to do Doc Ock, but can't promise it's gonna be on time either. I'm trying my best, you know. I'm gonna be in a weird state for a while, and I mean for the remainder of the month anyway, because I'm moving out. You know, we're moving out. So since we're moving, my mind has been in everywhere. But how you been, man? How you been? How you been, Griffin? Hello. YOIOC? What do you mean? Dabiak? Dabidak? Is that from Battlescape? It's pretty beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to make Doc Ock too. Doc Ock is fun. It's just I'm gonna try to make it in time. I want to see what you make for Doc Ock. What I want? No, that's not what I want. Alright, we need one more green. Hold on. Me? Why you see? Why I see? Hello. You can't see Dabi Doc? I appreciate when people tell me like what's going on. So if something's going on with our stream, let me know. Alright, we need another darker green, so we're gonna use, if I can find dim gray, it'll be fine. Forest, alright, forest will do. It's just because we need a darker green, you know, to help sell the lighting and the perspective of this, you know. I feel so bad though when I can't make the Battle of the Sketches sketch on time. I just feel like I let people down, you know. Like, I'm sorry, guys. So now I'm applying green here too, just because maybe there's some bounce light, you know. So why not account for the bounce light? Please slowly. Sure. Yeah, I'm trying to do that up. Miyuki, you draw too. Oh, Miyuki draws beautiful too, man. Right now, Christmas picture for someone. Please don't ask for work in progress shared. It's fine. Do you want me to speak slowly, Dabby Dak? I can speak slower if you need me to. And I'm sorry that I have been speaking faster. I want to ask for work pressure. Recently, I think about if I should try to make a game again. In my last stream, I showed the stuff I started some years ago. Nothing got ever finished. Oh, me too, Miyuki. Yes, I've been trying to kind of get back into game dev too. It often happens that people ask if I can see it. If they can see it, even if I said it's unfinished, but that's why I said it before it comes out. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Miyuki has a great channel and also great Instagram feed. So if you find Miyuki on Instagram, you can see a lot of dope stuff that Miyuki has made. I'm a fan of Miyuki. Let me show Miyuki. Miyuki, do you mind if I show your stuff on the interwebs? On the screeno? because I can go to your Instagram right quick, Miyuki. Sneaks in. Oh, to sign. Man. Wow. There's an awesome sighting on looking at me. Let's look at both of your Instagrams right now. Whatever. Change. I'm trying to put interest in. There we go. Woo. No, not this one. That's not who I wanted. Hold on. Again, I'm having problems here. You guys post links, I can put them, show you guys on the stream. But my Instagram is now being nice on my computer, so can't. But yeah, you're more than welcome to share your Instagram's links in the chat so we can see your art. I think that's about it, right? Oh, you know what? Let's put a little bit of a blue hue here. Yeah, I don't know what else to do to it, so I mean, not doing much to it at all. Thank you, Mickey. I appreciate it. It's always strange to put own links into other streamers' chat, even if they tell you to do. No, I mean, if you want to, that's fine, and I understand that. Just know that you're always welcome to share your art here, no matter what. As long as it's safe for work, it's always a-okay. You know, I'm not gonna force you to share, but I want you to know that you can. Because you know that's why we're here for, man, to help boost each other up. You know, at least that's what I'm here for. I like to help people boost their stuff. You know, I'm just using the ballpoint pen here very lightly, just to kind of emphasize some of the shadows a bit more, but very lightly, so I don't kind of disrupt the like layers of colors underneath it, you know, because I don't want to make it black, I just want to make it darker. And since the ballpoint pen can give you very fine lines, it works for that. Oh, well, I'm here to watch you draw a little and have something going on while drawing. Nice, thank you. And I'm almost toward it at the end of this song. Almost at the end. But you know, we have to do these things very slowly. Not very slowly, but like carefully. I'm not gonna rush myself here, because I'm applying very little bit of like ink as I go around, you know. And I have to make sure that the texture looks okay, because if you have like very like short dots, you'll see like the strokes of the pen. So you have to kind of like make sure that the pen ink slowly degrades towards the light. And I move it around, like it's not like a perfect coloring, it's just kind of like moving your pen around so you can add noise. Lighting and detail will be so hard and time consuming in this picture. Oh man, lighting and detail in general is just hard. It's whining about the picture. She has half in it before even hard parts. Yeah, I agree. Here to watch you and draw along. Oh, thank you guys. Well, I'm here to draw with you guys and see your stuff. So, you know, never feel inadequate to show your stuff. That's my point. Because I learned from you guys too, you know. Like I look at your art, I'm like, oh shit, that's the way to do that. What? You see like the fingers are becoming a bit more defined. The darkness is coming through a little better. But we're not losing all the redness, you know, like the red's still there because the ballpoint pen is not gonna cover everything. You know? Ballpoint pen is like a gentle pen. Like it doesn't let out a heavy dark ink right off the bat. I heard something follow from here. From their table, but I can't see anything. Oh no! A while ago, I stumbled into someone's stream and we had a little argue about honest critique. Oh yeah. Sometimes when people just give you like some critique for like something and you're like, okay, I didn't ask. It's just kind of jarring sometimes. Like I'm okay with people like telling me like, hey, this shit looks kind of good over here. You know, but if like you're trying to be like a know-it-all, then it's like, ah, dude, stop it. Especially when somebody, I mean, it hasn't happened to me in a while. Like a while back, it happened to me like once or twice. When they give you like feedback on your unfinished design, you're like in the middle of it. I'm like, bro, but just wait for me to get there, you know? Like I'm not done. I'm not done. Trust the process, man. But you know, some people just want to have like, hey, listen, I know better. But if I know you, like I know you're an artist that has like dope shit and you want to give me some pointers, by all means. You know? That one time when the CEO of Death stopped by, definitely, he can definitely give me some pointers, man. He's a phenomenal artist. He's worked in mangas and stuff like that. So, you know, if he wants to give me like some unsolicited advice, I'm gonna be like, yes, please. Give me that unsolicited advice, you know. Because, you know, I recognize that he has a lot more knowledge than I do. So anything he tells me is gonna be awesome. You know? Oh yeah. I mean, in that case, I don't know, man. I mean, if you're getting asked, then you shouldn't be upset, you know? Like again, going back to the CEO of Death. He's like, I know you didn't ask for it, but can I give you a little bit of advice? I was like, sure, absolutely, man. Totally do it. And then he told me, hey, your lines are not as confident. You have to get more confident with your lines. So I was like, yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to work on. So it was good because then he validated what I thought my drawback was, you know. So yeah, but if you asked him or her that if you could give him like some pointers, then they shouldn't be upset about it. It's not like you did give him the advice even when they said no, you know. Because sometimes it happens though, like to me, like not that I say that advice or anything, but like I'll watch an artist and they're noticeably in an earlier stage of learning than I am. I want to say you can give me any critique you have as long as it is constructive, but it's up to me if I take it or not. Yes, that's really true. As long as you aren't upset, if I don't use your critique, I'm not upset to hear. Yep, same. I can totally vibe with that. I feel like critiques, like you said, like if they're useful, like constructive criticism, they're super valuable, man, because you get to see things through other people's perspective, you know. You know, we can't know it all. If somebody wants to like give me some like knowledge that they acquired over their time learning, yes. Yeah, like I said, it's up to you at the end if you want to act upon that feedback or not. But you shouldn't get mad about it. You know? That must mean that you're very fragile as far as like your integrity, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but a little too fragile. Nope, sorry. And as an artist, we're always in the public eye as far as like what we make, you know, so they're kind of hard. It's kind of like anti like goes against it to be like too apprehensive about your art, you know. I did praise that person that I didn't mean it bad. Explained that I grew up with my art in my community where everyone gave critique to each other, how much it helped me and everyone, and that's where I got this habit from. Yeah, man. But the person just thought I wanted to make myself up as a better artist. Oh no, man. Listen, Miyuki, if you ever want to give me any advice, do so. I welcome it and I appreciate it, and I will be thankful. Because again, I know it all. So if you tell me something that you learned and I don't have to learn it on my own, yes. Yes. You know? Alright, I do want to have like some sort of like proof of color in the back. So we're gonna do some proof of color. Why purple? I don't know. I've been purpley, and I think purple will make it pop. Ah man, this one should have been watercolor pencil. No advice to the Spider-Man, thank you. Yay. I'd rather have some advice from you to how to make this go so awesome. Oh, this one? Oh man, thank you. This was just a lot of like trial and error. And actually I used to have a reference for it. So reference. That's my advice. Reference. Reference and some I don't give a shit kind of attitude. What I mean by that is like, you know, just use the reference, and if it doesn't come out exactly how the reference is, I don't give a shit. It came out good though, you know. Sometimes I feel like as artists we become too precious with our work, you know. True. This was really good. Thank you. References are a big help, but it's still you who makes something out of it. You who draws, not the reference. That's true. Thank you. I mean, I did very slightly modify the pose, but every time I before I start doing any composition like this, or like, you know, just a simple character, I do about an hour of warm up, and then after that I do thumbnails. So it's here. Thumbnails. Okay. So I did a bunch of thumbnails. This was the first idea that I had. I wanted to draw Spider-Man punching. Then I did this one, but I still kept going because my point, and I learned this, I forgot from who, but if you stop at the first option that you have, sometimes you might be settling for that rather than trying to entertain something else. So even if I find some posts in my on my thumbnails that I like, and it's like early on, like the second or third iteration, I still keep going, because even if it still is, you know, here, like this one is still ended up being not ashamed to tell you you took reference. How often did I take reference and my stuff look like shit? I have to go now. Oh, thanks, Mew. Thanks for being here. Always appreciate you. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Hope to see you again soon. But yeah, see, like these, I already arrived at this and I was like, oh, that's dope. I want to do that one. Like I'm going more further here because I was making sure that there was no other better idea in my head. And then since I realized there was nothing better than this to me, I was like, fuck it, let's go with this one. But I know I wasn't settling because I did these before. Let's see the finished picture on Instagram. Not much fun. An awesome evening. And everyone else here. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Miyuki. Thank you. Hopefully it'll come out good and you'll get to see it in very short time because we're almost done here. I'm just adding a little bit of like a very light splash of color here. I'm not gonna make it too dark. Griffin is good, man. I don't think I've seen Griffin's Spider-Man. I have to go check on Instagram. Again, I've been absent everywhere. Oh, he's not wrong. That's why I was quiet. I was listening to what he was saying. Making lunch, yum. What you making? What you making? Yeah, you gotta get mad for sure. Yep, your life does have value, man. I feel like that's it. I feel like we did a good job. Monday comes to, yeah, Mondoodles today didn't happen. I apologize for the no Mondoodle today. Wait, am I doing the right thing here? No, I'm not. Here, this one. Is this the last one? Yeah. No, this one goes here. Whoop, it gets stuck in there. No, so then this one goes here. This one goes here. I'm guessing this one. Yeah, I think this one. Alright. Come on. Alright, there you go. Might be this one. Stuck here. I never peeled the right one off. I always peel one that's not it. I never remember where I started, you know? I just like put the tape around it and then I'm like, oh what? Was this the one that I had to pull? But then it wasn't. This isn't. I think this one should have been it. Sure, whatever. I used to not use tape around my pictures. I used to like to draw from edge to edge. But then I realized that's very hard to frame when you do that. I started putting these borders around, right? But then I realized that borders look a lot more legit. Like it makes your piece look a lot more official. So then I kept on doing it. And then sometimes when I draw, and if I draw for like a lot of pencils and I smudge the pencils around, ends up giving the center of the paper like a darker shade of itself. And it kind of works too. Like it looks like if I did it intentionally, but it's not. It's just a byproduct of me smudging my hand on the paper. But it makes it look nice sometimes when I do it. Right now, this time I didn't do it. It happened something here sometime. But yeah, that's it. I did it a lot quicker than I thought I was gonna do it. Yeah, happy that it came out how it did. Because I like it. If I like it, then it's all gravy. Yeah, I want you guys. But it doesn't depend on that. Bam! My Miles Morales. And that will be all for today, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Griffin still there. Thanks so much for being here. Miyuki, thanks for coming by. Everybody else is here. Thank you. And what is the name? Dabby Doc, thanks for being here. And I'll see you all next Monday. Maybe. Let me see what next Monday is. The 20th. Yeah, maybe, because the 27th I'm gonna be on the road. The 20th, we might come back. If not, I'll see you when I see you. So then, take care. Peace.